This fish hatchery in Puyallup has been here since 1948. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife owns 120 acres, though only 10 acres is dedicated to the fish hatchery. The rest of that land is all forest, and officials say what's been happening there lately is causing some concern. It's feeding time at the fish hatchery in Puyallup. Much of this work is focused on enhancing aquaculture and conservation while supporting sustainable recreational fishing in Washington.
Rainbow trout for local lakes throughout King, Pierce, and Thurston counties. As well as we produce about 1 million salmon out of here that get released in the Puyallup watershed.
But now some of that work and attention is shifting towards what's going on within the trees. Jason Smith, a hatchery operations manager for the state's Department of Fish and Wildlife, says vandals are using axes and chainsaws to chop away at their forest.
This whole chunk was missing.
The first tree lost was a fir, rooted here at least 200 years ago. Smith says trail users reported the tree was vandalized in January 2024.
All of us just almost had a sinking feeling. You know, it was really sad. It was really depressing. It was alive. It was full of growth. It was healthy, and just to see a wedge cut out of it, yeah, it was really disheartening.
The state hired experts to cut down the piece of history, thinking this fir was a one-off incident. That is until last month when trail users reported a maple tree hacked away.
So we had to cut this tree down, and at the same time had to cut that tree down just because it was falling on top of it.
Now 2 maple trees gone to reduce the public safety risk of them falling onto the trails, people, or wildlife. As the wood decomposes back to the earth, Smith spotted yet another maple snapped by saws.
You can kind of see here from some saw marks, some blade marks that they were coming in and just trying to get in from the edge, and they got, looks like partway through, and it snapped on them. Unfortunately, it didn't kill anybody.
Smith says the department believes these are all targeted incidents, but they don't know why.
I don't think the tree was going to be used for anything, you know, like firewood or someone was in need of it. I just think it was more of a vandalism because it is pretty far off the path. It's not something you could cut down and cut into pieces and haul out. It would take quite a bit of a walk.
Whoever did it is on the run, but if caught, state law says the suspect would be charged with malicious mischief for cutting down trees without permission on public land. It could also lead to a fine of as much as $20,000, even time in state prison.
Let's just keep our eyes open because there are people out there that are vandalizing trees.
The hatchery is now installing cameras to better protect the forest and all who love it.
A lot of times when we live in our daily lives, we don't think about what's going on around us and the other animals and the other birds and the other creatures out there, and this is their habitat as well, and we need to live with them and work with them.
Fish and Wildlife's enforcement department is investigating the vandalism cases. Reporting in Puyallup, Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.